So the ambulance in the other one is District of Columbia ambulance. You can see on the side here. The ambulance in this other photo is District of Columbia EMS. It vaguely matches that ambulance. Sort of. No, it is, but so obviously multiple ambulances would respond to the scene, but details matter, right? And I can show you if it would stop freaking out on me. Notice the wheel well. The wheel well in the video in front of you here, this video, is white, right? The wheel well in this photo is silver. So at the very least, the ambulance that we see in this video is not the ambulance you see in the photo. But we'll keep looking to see if we get confirmation on whether or not that photo is authentic or not. The Brigitte Wang is never mentioned in the news here. You're correct. But we mention the Wang all the time. We're Wang half and hard, dog. Yeah. Anyone check on Candace today? Yes, I did check on Candace today. She is okay. Yeah, little details matter. Yeah, it was cute. One time a while ago, I was hanging out with Candace's kids, and we were like at the table, and the kid was eating, and Candace like appeared while they weren't looking, and she like sat down at the table, and her kid was like, "Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from, mommy?" It's like, it kind of got on the top of like, it's like magic. You just like appeared with magic. And then I got to talking to her kid about how like we were talking about like the flowers on the table and how they were real, and you could tell because if you look at the details. We got into talking about how like the details matter, and it's like if you learn to look at the details too, you could learn to do magic like mommy too. And like by the end of the conversation, her kid was like, "Whoa, I'm gonna look at the details." It's crazy what kind of influence non-parents have if you are like in the right moment to sort of like inspire a kid to do something, because parents are parents, right? So parents are limited because the kid knows them and they have this preconceived notion of them. But as someone who's not someone's parent, if you just drop like the right nugget on a kid, you can totally like flip. You can even like change their perspective on their own parent to like be like more. Now I bet that he's going to be more attentive to his own mom and be like, wow, like you pay attention to the details, right? And so we're paying attention to the details. We're doing our best. We've seen this video. We've seen this photo. Yeah, cool. We get it. That's not helpful. And that's the bottom of saved posts right now. So, yeah, if you're just getting in here, tragedy in DC. There was a shooting earlier this afternoon at about 2:15 Eastern time. So that's about 3 hours and 15 minutes ago. It happened a few blocks from the White House. You can see the White House here in the bottom of the screen. The shooting happened up by Farragut, top left corner of the screen here. Sorry, that was a quick spin, but from a different angle, you can see the White House at the top of the screen, and the red marker at the bottom of the screen is where the shooting happened. So right in front of Farragut Square. I am not super familiar with DC, with the city of DC. I assume that this is the metro right here, Farragut North. And apparently the shooting happened over here. Or no, sorry, Farragut West Metro entrance is right there.
YouTube,
Farragut International. And we were told in the press conference that the suspect came around the corner and raised his weapon and opened fire. And if we look around here, it's right there. That's where it happened, right? So what if I modify, edit?
I'm just trying to document this real live.
We'll put it right here by this bus stop. Because just based upon what it looks like, this location looks like we've got the bus stop by the corner with a tree. It didn't happen with the park. It didn't happen with whatever this is. You got to have a bus stop. Don't see a bus stop really here. Don't see a bus stop over here. Right? Chat, do you agree with me? There is this thing right here. It could be this one. It could be that one. Let me see if I still have the video pulled up. Did I close it?
There are also X spaces going on. I'm going to jump over right now and see what's going on in the X spaces. I'm trying to bounce back and forth on my coverage.
They got shot. They should not have been there to have gotten shot. Not saying that this person we don't know anything about may have shot someone else. I mean, I don't know. But at the same time, it just makes me sad that it's come to this. And these are, our military, our troops are just trying to do their best to protect us and to protect America, the Constitution, are being exposed to this type of thing. So I'll just land.
Well, I think I want to go back to my original point and ask the question, though. What do you, if this was a target attack, what do you think their motive could have possibly been?
There's so many things to speculate, right? I mean,
is there?
Yeah. We can't get in the mind of this particular individual.
I understand, and I know it sounds like what I was saying was conspiracy, but what I was bringing up was the fact that there seems to be a trend that was circulating that you get ICE officers getting their cars shot up. And now, whether or not you believe they should be there, you can say they shouldn't be there. You could say that it is ruining the country because there's too much government overreach. You could say they shouldn't be there for a lot of reasons. You could say for safety concerns.
To this location, CQ, right? You see this? So this is actually live footage of this same location right now. We'll turn on the audio and see what bro's saying for us. See if he's got anything new. This is not at current time code. This is like eight minutes ago.
Are they searching the person's place if they figured out who he is?
It's a distraction from Trump blowing Bubba. Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I'm not being distracted from that. I fucking remember that.
I don't know, but it doesn't even seem like the person really made a huge effort to get away. I mean, in this situation...
No, it seems like a suicide run. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a suicide run. Like, it seems like bro wanted to got, right?
You'd have to assume the person might have thought that they were going...
You didn't miss much. We located the exact location on the map while you were away. We adjusted our pin to be right out front of the CQ zone, the CQ building, Club Quarters Hotel. The shooting took place somewhere on this corner of this street here, and the suspect was apprehended right next to this bus stop right here is what we kind of detailed out just recently. And now we're watching live footage from that location.
Perhaps get killed themselves in the attack if you're attacking National Guard members.
Yeah, I think that's how it's looking to me.
And
You bet it was a veteran?
he was shot and severely injured.
I'm not going to speculate that.
But AP reported that his injuries were not life-threatening.
All right, AP reported that suspect's injuries were not life-threatening. That's good. Naked guy, suspect or victim, naked guy we are not sure is really the suspect. It's possible that is just an image going viral on the internet because some asshole made it, did that. We don't know for sure. We know we were examining the photos and we know that the ambulance in that photo does not exactly match the ambulances that we've seen in so far in the footage. I'm very hesitant to assume that photo is legitimate. So Don't jump to conclusions about naked guy.
The shooter. Was this person wearing any kind of body armor or anything? You know, or any kind of tactical gear or not? We don't
Yeah, I'd
even
be very
know
curious
the
about
weapon that the person used.
Yeah, we don't know much of anything yet. So now, let's get this coverage live. Where's he at?
Have yet to see any further updates.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll mute homie.
I would think by now that the police
Yeah, ugly
know
naked
who
guy
this
is correct.
person is, although maybe I'm wrong.
I agree that I think the police would know who this guy is by now too. They've had plenty of time. I mean, probably if he was being smart, which doesn't seem like he was, maybe he doesn't have ID in his pocket. But let's be real. DC is the most surveilled city in the country, pretty much. Ian, can you compare the street painting to the pic of the guy by Ambulance 2? I think you're right, and it's not a real pic from today. Ooh, that is a good thought, Hot Girl Bummer. I got you. Let's do it. This photograph on Google is from December of 2024. So it's probably accurate to the current street painting on the scene. And we're just getting a look at what the street looks like. And if you notice, naked guy's about to be in the frame. There's two onlys painted side by side in this photo, right? Two onlys side by side. And two onlys side by side definitely does not occur here. Does it occur over there? It could be over here, right? It's possible it's over there. Let me zoom out on this for, that's pretty much the only photo we have. Only. No, but these onlys don't match the only that, No, but these only. Right? I mean, maybe they do, but it looks like the other onlys are further apart.
Hey, baby.
How you doing? I just took a shot. So.
And the other thing, it's not just the onlys. It's a double white line where the woman is standing here on the left. Only, single white line, only, and it looks like probably dashed white line. Okay? So details matter. This road we're looking at here, I don't see any double white lines anywhere. Right? And there's no dashed white line on either side. There's a curb, a line. Is it possible it could be this left-hand side? It's possible, but doesn't seem possible because even where there's a dashed white line by the word only a little bit, there's no double white line in the road. As far as we can see, as far as I can see. So I suspect that, because it's important to realize that the onlys are they're written long, so that when you're looking at them from your car, they look normal. So the onlys are written long, like in that photo, but the woman in the photo is definitely standing in between two close white lines. You mean it's vaguely possible that that's the bottom of a Y? But doesn't it look like the Y is much further from the white line on this side than that is? That doesn't seem like it would be a Y. Even though it does look like it kind of has a change of sizing right here by her foot. But whatever that line pattern is, it does not seem to conform to what is on the ground here. Here, I'm going to go backwards one photo. It would be dashes on the right. So in the photo, it would be dashes on the right would be here if this was our spot. And then it'd be only white line right underneath him, ambulance parked right here. And then it would be only, and that would mean that she would be standing right here, which is vaguely possible. That is possible, actually. Actually, Hot Girl Bummer. I think that's kind of possible. Because from this angle, it looks like this only is closer to that white line. And it looks like where the Y starts to move up, you know, it does look like that's possible in my mind. Right? Does that make sense? That looks possible. Could be. That lane does look narrower. I believe it is based upon knowing DC a little bit. DC has some fucked up roads. That's total madness in DC. Driving in DC is horrifying, especially at night. So I think it's very possible that the ambulance is parked right here in that photo and that it might be a legitimate photo. Now I'm actually leaning towards maybe like 60 to 70% likely that that is it. Right? Do you agree, chat? So the font, I don't think the font is different. Well, I mean, no. It's the same font, dude. And the thing is that in the photo of Naked Guy, it is a District of Columbia ambulance. We can see it on the side of the ambulance. So the photo of that Naked Guy is in DC with the same letter painting that would be all around DC. The question is, yeah, is it a drone photo? The idea would be it would be a news organization's drone photo. Maybe what we'll do, here's what I'll try. I'll try and see. I'll put Grok on the matter and see what Grok says. Thread replies, amplify universal theories. Can you verify who the original poster of this photo was and if it was sourced from mainstream news or from a video? Is it legit? Be curious what Grok says. I still might not trust it, but that way we can at least hunt down where it came from. Just ask the GeoGuessr guy. I know. Put Rainbolt on the issue. I don't know why Rainbolt doesn't like live stream during these freaking things. I mean, I guess because we know exactly where it is. So. He didn't go anywhere else supposedly, so Pew Pew should be there. That's the biggest concern. Yeah, but the Pew Pew wouldn't be in the photo of him being loaded into the ambulance, right? Could Grok be infiltrated by Israel? We know for a fact that Grok is infiltrated by Israel because Grok turned into Mecha Hitler and then got lobotomized. And Grok is constantly getting neutered more and more by the ADL. We know that all AIs are infiltrated by Israel to some degree, some more so than others. Great, Chad Caton. This guy again. He's fired up. This guy again. Earliest identified X poster. The image first appears to have been shared on X around 8:36 GMT, 3:36 p.m. Eastern time, by Lucas Sanders, who captioned it as "New photo of the suspect in the ambulance. This predates the I'm Fired Up post by around 51 minutes. It quickly spread via reposts and replies, including the earlier post. Source, it originates from bystander footage captured at the scene shortly after the 2:18 p.m. Eastern Time shooting. The overhead angle suggests it was taken from a nearby building, phone, or drone-like video view, consistent with social media clips circulating immediately. No single uploader is credited in early posts, but it aligns with harrowing video and grim aftermath clips. Not a standalone photo. Multiple X users explicitly referencing the full video of the loading. Not from mainstream news initially. Major outlets did not publish this exact image in their initial coverage. Yes, it's legitimate and directly tied to the November 26, 2025 shooting. Matches Metropolitan Police descriptions. That's not a good match. What? Called it a targeted shooting. Jeff Carroll confirmed the lone gun was held down post shooting. So yeah, apparently misreported by Governor Patrick Morrisey, allegedly. Not the two guardsmen are not dead, apparently. Searches for similar shirtless hostage ambulance incidents from that year, when people are saying it's actually from 2017. The image's timestamp, metadata, and context align with the event's real-time chaos. Okay, so sounds like Grok is lending credence to it being a legitimate photo. Well, this guy clearly has an agenda. Always look for the agenda, right? I mean, if you couldn't tell from the frickin' floofies in his bio, look, these National Guard troops were in Washington, D.C. because Donald Trump fabricated a need for them, and now he's basically twisting this tragedy into an excuse to flood American cities with even more National Guard presence. Okay, bro. Over the video of the National Guardsmen being airlifted out.
Alright, I'm gonna jump over to the X space and see what's going on over here.
Motive, 0 leaks. No manifesto. Shooter's phone is encrypted. Laptop seized. But nothing cracked.
At 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C. This
It's
will only
Reed, thank
stiffen our
you.
resolve to ensure that we make Washington, D.C. safe and beautiful. The drop in crime has been historic. The increase in safety and security has been...
Hey, Gemma, you said that they've shared a timeline. What do you mean? Do you mean that the police have put out a timeline? Tell us what you're talking about there, Gemma. The National Guard guys, at first it was reported that the two National Guardsmen that were shot were deceased. Apparently that was a misreporting. Apparently they are in critical condition and we don't know yet. To be honest, I suspect that we're getting a similar thing to Charlie, where like at least one of them, it seems like they knew on the scene that he was deceased, and one of them was airlifted out. The fact that only one was apparently airlifted out, and then they were saying that they were both deceased, that to me indicates that at least one of them is probably deceased, but we don't know for sure yet. So yeah, it's a flood of information. We'll definitely find out more here soon.
historic. But if criminals want to conduct things like this, violence against America's best, we will never back down. President Trump will never back down. That's why the...
All right, cool, Pete. That's good to know. Press conference. This guy feels like, real quick, before we get much fucking further here, let's just double check. Okay, account based in the United States, connected via United States App Store. All right, good. At least that's settled. Cool. Thanks for the censorship. New image shows. In the comments. Brooklyn dad defiant. Okay, Brooklyn dad defiant. Whatever you say. They will say he's radical left or a Dem. Yup, of course they will. See, both sides do this fucking shit. Both fucking sides do this shit. Yeah, good point, Stacey. Are you a savant? You have no idea what this person is or isn't. The Bernie bro that shot up a congressional baseball game was a fat white guy. Slow your roll, friend. I don't actually know much of anything about the Bernie bro that shot up a whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Carolyn Levitt's wearing there, but I think that that's all the reporting that we need from this person. I feel like we were just reading the page of a black trans immigrant based upon his reporting, but who knows? Who knows? So we've got the location. We pretty much verified that photo is legit. Good idea, Hot Girl Bummer, to look into that the way we did. Dig that. Maybe a trick to increase military presence. Yeah, could be. Kind of hard to say at this point. Let me just check back in with the live video reporting going on here. I put it way out of screen. And that might be all that we've got right now.
President Trump is at Mar-a-Lago in Florida.
Correct. I might rewind
Organized
through
here,
the day
guys.
just a
I
little
have
bit.
a couple different cameras. More information. Let's hope these soldiers are okay.
And in case you haven't seen it, Donald Trump's statement. The animal that shot the two National Guardsmen, with both being critically wounded and now in two separate hospitals, is also severely wounded, but regardless will pay a very steep price. God bless our great National Guard and all of our military and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States, and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you.
If y'all are just
Wait, what happened?
If y'all are just joining us on the channel, this is Ian Carroll live on Twitch. I ain't trying to steal his views. I don't think he's gonna worry about the 19 people I got in here. Go check him out. He's live on Twitch right now.
Of course, Brooklyn Dad Defiant. The left-right divide is so false and funded and bullshit, and so many dumbasses just play right into it. Those two National Guardsmen should have never been in Washington, D.C. You're abusing them. The pretext was law enforcement. The reality, landscaping and garbage. Ironically, you claim there were no homicides since the National Guard was deployed there. There were 123 since May 25th. Brooklyn Dad. Truly the greatest that the left has to offer. So yeah, that's pretty much the status of the story at this point. Oh, Nick Sordor, always with the breaking news. Shout out to Nick. What can we see here? You see this building right here, this helicopter landing zone? Do you think that that landed in the park? I kind of doubt it. I bet that it landed somewhere out here. Which would be why they had to bring him in from a truck. DC is a really cool place, honestly. Yeah. I wish that yeah, what buildings are in the background? We're going to get to that in just a second. This one's pretty recognizable back here. If I was familiar with DC, I'd probably already know it. Or we could start tracking down the chopper, 122 PP. You know what?
And I answered it because I had a minute. Well, he wrote me back, and I would love to read it. It's short, but it has to do with you guys, because I mentioned you guys. So give me 1 second. Let me just pull it up really quick and read it. It says, "Hi there, Krista. Thank you for your passionate message and for the work you're doing on X with thousands of others investigating Charlie's death. Your conviction that Tyler Robinson is not the murderer and that the government cover-up is a travesty to our justice system is shared by many who are paying close attention. You're absolutely right that this could be another JFK situation where we never know the truth. But you're also right that the internet and AI may be giving people the upper hand to move the narrative in ways that weren't possible in 1963. Thank you for your recommendations to check out Diligent Dennison on X and his tireless work on the ground at UVU, his conversation with Tyler's grandmother and the Zinn character, and his assistant, Noxie Love. Independent investigators like them doing the work that mainstream media and the law enforcement won't do is invaluable. We appreciate the links to your Voices Healing Humanity series on YouTube regarding Estonia's fight for freedom. Even with the small numbers you have, big missions matter. It's the faithfulness and the quality of the work, not the size of the audience, that ultimately creates impact. Congratulations on Angels Abound. The Fallen Angels time is up that you're dropping. We wish you great success with it. Thank you for all your beautiful work as well. We appreciate you, Mickey." So I wanted to share that just because if you're not following him, I think you too should. And if he's maybe following you, and he might be coming in these rooms, but do you know who Mickey Willis is? Do you know the film work that he's done, the documentaries, Plandemic 1, Plandemic 3, Plandemic the musical? He has looked deeply at our medical situation here in America and what happened in the pandemic. He's also looked at the entire financial situation. Noxie, are you familiar with him at all? Mickey Willis?
I'm not. I just Googled him and I'm looking it up right now, but that was very sweet. And it's good to get a response from somebody like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's an incredible filmmaker. And I feel like what's happening now with all the work that Diligent has done, there's a documentary waiting to be done around Charlie and this whole debacle that we're walking through. And Diligent is, got a ton of footage and opportunity here, possibly. So it's just something I would reach out to him. He is an incredible dad. He's got kids. He saw right from the get-go that we were he has the word plandemic. He gave us the word plandemic. So he's famous just on that note alone. So I'll leave it there, but I wanted to share that with you guys.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. There is, I think that we will be seeing some documentaries on Charlie. And that wasn't me.
All right, I'm gonna go see what Ian Carroll's up to because that's kind of boring.
On a little dick. What kind of helicopter is it? Lone Ranger. More information. Registration. From Fort Meade to Fort Meade, private owner. I don't know what that guy's up to, but that guy is not.
Flight tracker shoot.
So I was kind of wondering if we would see. I don't know It drew a penis. Yeah, I don't know if like police helicopters and shit show up on Flight Radar 24. And I actually don't know how to
Let me go back. We'll find back where I was. No audio. Well, there goes all my damn listeners. Ah, fucking egg spaces. Oh no, it didn't. Oh yeah, well, that does happen. Yeah, I'm trying to refresh. Oh shit, I think it's Rob.
And everybody was fucking slack-jawed. They could not fucking believe I said the things that I said in that school board meeting because they had never heard anybody fucking speak like that before. So, and now these guys, some of them still have kids in that school. No, their sons went onto the high school that my son's in now, and they still have a couple of younger ones because they themselves are a little bit younger than I am, and those guys are all over it now. And I made it so that these guys felt fucking empowered enough to be able to say the things. And that's what we need to do. We need to start empowering each one of us to go out there and have our voices heard by our representatives. And they need to understand, they 100% need to understand. Oh, I didn't listen. I was very calm, just like the voice you hear here. I love how, I know you're not saying this, but I love how people are like, oh, Rob's fucking angry. This is not anger. Like, if you saw me angry, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's fucking anger. Being passionate, being a Taurus, being a fucking Guinea, my voice fluctuates and I accentuate shit, and what people mistake as anger because I'm getting hyped up is not anger. And I've only been angry once on this show, and that was right after fucking Charlie Kirk got shot. That was, you want to see Rob angry, go back and watch the War Boys episode. That's Rob truly fucking.
Wow. What was I looking at? Let's see what the diligent fucking shit on it. Alright, hopefully Ian's back on that.
See a couple helicopters. Real quick. What time is 2:15? I'm just gonna skip the math here. Eastern in UTC. (19:15) UTC. So technically, really?
Oh man, Ian is such a high IQ dude. Sometimes it's hard to follow his live streams on Twitch.
Yeah, I stream on YouTube on Fridays. 16 p.m. shots fired, suspect subdued. 2:20 p.m. suspect in custody. Yeah. Way Truth Life. Appreciate it, homie. All right, I'm going to see if we can't find this helicopter. I kind of suspect that the helicopter won't show up.
So
But it looks like they didn't totally close down the airspace. There's a helicopter over here. Are we going too fast here?